Is Amber Heard playing mind games with Johnny Depp?
It's not right what she did and what happened.
No one had ever in 5 decades accused Johnny Depp of being violent with a woman.
The ongoing defamation case between actor Johnny Depp and his ex-wife Amber Heard has elevated from attracting attention to drawing tears. Tears of disappointment and betrayal. Gutted and humiliated, Depp couldn't hide his disappointment from a person he once considered a dear one. It's now clear that we should be aware of who we trust. That said, do you think Amber is going too far in exposing personal encounters between her and Depp? And should the prosecution be allowed to use unlawfully recorded footage as evidence? Let's find out. The defamation trial opposing Johnny Depp and Amber Heard has put the Hollywood heavyweights' tumultuous relationship on full display inside a courtroom in Fairfax, Virginia. Johnny Depp's first week on the stand is in the books, and there is a lot to unpack. From shocking allegations of substance abuse, domestic violence, and infidelity to childhood trauma, severed fingers, and fecal revenge, there was rarely a dull moment during Depp's 3 days on the stand, all of which were televised live via various media outlets, including streaming on Court TV. Over the 2 first weeks of testimony, the jury has heard from a string of witnesses, including the couple's former marriage counselor, their friends, and Depp himself. The testimony has painted a captivating and disturbing portrait of the actors' doomed marriage, laying bare their violent fights, drug use, and vicious words to each other. Depp sued Amber, his ex-wife, for alleged defamation over an op-ed she wrote in 2018 in the Washington Post, in which she describes herself as a public figure representing domestic abuse. Amber countersued her ex-husband, accusing him of allegedly orchestrating a smear campaign against her and describing his own lawsuit as a continuation of abuse and harassment. During opening arguments on April 12th, Amber's attorney, Elaine Betteroft, alleged that Depp sexually assaulted Amber with a liquor bottle on one occasion. Depp shook his head in court as Betteroft recounted the alleged incident. His attorney, Camille Vasquez, disputed the allegation of sexual assault in court. A spokesperson called the claims fictitious in a statement provided to the media. A video deposition of Amber and Depp's former marriage counselor, Dr. Laurel Anderson, aired on Thursday, April 14th. She discussed her past sessions with the couple. Asked whether Amber had ever reported any physical violence by Depp to her, Dr. Anderson said yes. Asked whether she had seen photos, she said she had, but doesn't remember when. Asked whether there was violence from Depp toward Amber, she said, yes, you're right. He had been well controlled for, 20, 30 years, and both were victims of abuse in their homes. But I thought he had been well controlled for decades, she added. And then with Heard, he was triggered, and they engaged in what I saw as mutual abuse. Depp took the stand for the first time to give his witness testimony. He began by expressing complete shock at the domestic abuse allegations levied against him, saying that they escalated to scenarios that were not based on any species of truth. Truth is the only thing I'm interested in, Depp testified. Lies will get you nowhere, but lies built upon lies and built upon lies. I'm obsessed with the truth. The actor said he was emboldened to push back on Amber's allegations to protect his children, Lily Rose, 22, and Jack, 20, whom he shares with ex Vanessa Paradis. I felt it my responsibility to stand up not only for myself in that instance, but stand up for my children, he said. I thought it was diabolical that my children would have to go to school and have their friends or people in the school approach them with the infamous People magazine cover, with Miss Heard with the dark bruise on her face. He called the allegations heinous and disturbing, and not based in any species of truth. Depp went on to describe his difficult upbringing, seemingly drawing parallels between the dynamic of his parents' relationship and his own marriage to Amber. The actor described his late mother, Betty Sue Palmer, who died in 2016 after a long illness, as violent and cruel, noting that she would throw ashtrays, high-heeled shoes, and telephones. The verbal abuse, the psychological abuse, was almost worse than the beatings, Depp testified. The beatings were just physical pain. The physical pain you learn to deal with. You learn to accept it. You learn to deal with it. In contrast, his father was very kind, quiet, and not a confrontational person in any way. He added, when Betty Sue, my mother, would go off on a tangent toward my father, and of course, in front of the kids. It didn't matter to her. He amazingly remained very stoic. He stood there and just looked at her while she delivered the pain, and he swallowed it. During his second day on the stand, Depp told the court that his ex-wife has a need for conflict. She has a need for violence. It erupts out of nowhere. The only thing I learned to do is exactly what I did as a child: retreat. The actor, who perfectly embodied the role of Jack Sparrow in the film Pirates of the Caribbean, said that as a couple, they would often argue so that minor conflicts would escalate into violence. It would begin with a slap. It could begin with a shove. It could begin with throwing a TV remote at my head. It could begin with throwing a glass of wine at my face. All in all, it was constant, he said. In an audio recording played in court, Amber can be heard admitting to starting a physical fight with Depp. "You didn't get punched, you got hit. I'm sorry I hit you like this, but I did not punch you," she says in the recording. "I did not effing deck you. I effing was hitting you. I don't know what the motion of my actual hand was, but you're fine. I did not hurt you. I did not punch you. I was hitting you." On one occasion, Depp said he was roundhouse punched by Amber. A photograph was then presented in court showing Depp's bruised face. When Depp, who has maintained he never struck Amber or any other woman, was asked about a December 2015 incident where he allegedly headbutted his ex-wife, he vehemently denied intentionally headbutting her, arguing instead that it was an accident while he attempted to restrain her. Depp told the court he found human fecal matter on his side of the bed days after an argument with Amber in April 2016, recounting a grotesque photo that his security guard Sean Bett sent to the feces. The actor said that when he told Sean Bett, his security guard, he was going to a shared residence with Amber, he advised that it wasn't a good time. "I was shown a picture of what the problem was," Depp said. "It was a photograph of our bed, and on my side of the bed was human fecal matter. It was so bizarre and so grotesque, I could only laugh." As if that is not enough, the 58-year-old award-winning actor recounted losing the tip of his right middle finger in March 2015 while he was in Australia to film Pirates of the Caribbean 5, saying the injury resulted from an argument with Amber over a prenuptial agreement. When the idea of a prenup was brought up to Amber, it would springboard into unpleasantness and arguments, Depp said, adding that he removed himself from the situation by locking himself in a bathroom. Later at the bar, Amber was nowhere around, Depp said. "I poured myself 2 or 3 shots of vodka, my first taste of alcohol I had in a long time. She came down to the bar and found me there and started screaming, 'Oh, you're drinking again! You're a monster!' Amber then hurled the vodka bottle at him and it went past his head." The adored actor took a lighter tone during his third day on the stand, eliciting laughter from the courtroom on several occasions while testifying about the history of substance abuse. When asked about his friendship with Marilyn Manson, Depp testified, "Yes, we drank together and we've had cocaine together maybe a couple of times." When Amber's attorney clarified, "Pills, right, with Marilyn Manson?" Depp replied, I once gave Marilyn Manson a pill so he would stop talking so much." On another occasion, photos were shown of Depp seemingly passed out with ice cream on his lap. Depp accused Amber of setting up the moment by handing him the ice cream, despite knowing that he was nodding out, and then took the photo. Amber's legal team presented additional audio recordings, photos, and videos portraying volatile moments between Depp and their client. In one video, Amber recorded Depp slamming cabinets in their kitchen and pouring himself a glass of wine. Depp admitted he has had moments in his life where one does sway from complete control over their emotions. The lawyer also played audio of Depp seemingly referring to "the day I chopped my finger off" in Australia in 2015, contradicting his previous allegations that Amber severed his fingertip with a large vodka bottle. Other audio recordings featured Depp, presumably drunk, wailing and allegedly trying to cut himself in Amber's presence. She could be heard in one recording imploring Depp not to do so, saying, "Please don't cut your skin off. Don't cut yourself. Put the knife down." The proceeding continues, the revelation continues, the drama continues, and we can't get enough of it. In our upcoming videos, we'll be bringing you more revelations on this high-profile trial, so be sure to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of them.